And we're live, I think. And if you guys are watching on Facebook, go over to YouTube and subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to Definite Article. Because I have like 1 subscriber. I absolutely was ignoring this channel until like now. But welcome to the Power Broker number 6, issue number 6, live stream launch party. And we're here with creator Todd Vicino and some guy I found named Matt.
Found me out there in the snow.
We're actively working on a little cross collaboration. So we're gonna, I don't know, maybe we can finish formulating it while we're chatting here. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's do it.
But I'm pretty excited. Like we were gonna launch this earlier this year, and then we weren't, and then we have been talking and compiling for the volume 1 too, and then so issue 6 kind of got pushed off to the side, and now we're back. All of a sudden we were like, you know what, actually let's do this. So we're doing it, and we're doing it now, and it's exciting because this issue is a big one. And you know what? Why don't you just talk about it a little bit, Todd? Because it's your thing.
I will, yeah. This is like the finale of the first, I would say, third part of the first story arc. So this is like the first, the way I wrote it was kind of like a movie with 3 acts. So this would be like the finale of the first act leading to the second act. It's the finale of the battle that was brought in the past couple issues. Especially the last one, Madame DeVray, who is the owner of the largest power brokerage in Potentia. She unleashes her devils. She calls them. It's the reactivated power jackers that had their powers taken back in the past. These are like the the world-class psychopaths of Potentia. They've been stripped of their powers. Now they languish in a Potentia Supermax prison, and she reactivates them for, as sort of the inaugural step of her plot, which, is going to culminate later. But yeah, it's a colossal battle, and the power brokers are protecting an asset who knows her end game, her end motives. So, and it's a fight to the death. It gets bloody. I mean, because these are, there's no going back. And a lot of people die. And I guess we have to figure out who lives at the end.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, by the way, guys. If you haven't read up to issue 5, then that might have spoiled some stuff. But if you haven't read it, then I don't know where you've been, because it's been out for like a year now. Get it together, you guys.
Yeah, they can get it now. They're all available, 1 through 6.
Yep, and that's you can get all of them on this campaign, and we have a cool hoodie that we're offering as part of the campaign, and I don't know, I got a couple so giveaway. We're gonna give this away, and you guys have to comment if you want this hat. I will mail it to you, but you have to comment and tell me that you want it. I don't know, what do you think? Like, hashtag Power Broker in the comments if you want to be in the drawing, because I'm just literally just putting your names in the wheel, the random wheel, and then we're gonna spin it at the end of this, and then I will send you this if your name gets picked. So comment. Let me put
the hat. It's a quality hat. Yeah, great
it is
stitching.
A nice hat.
Yeah.
I'm not a hat person, but I did. I mean, there's a chance I kept one of them for myself, and like I got all my cooties all over it, so I'm not. That one's staying here.
Maybe you should sell the one that you've worn, because there might be somebody out there that'd be like, I'll pay triple for the Sarah White worn hat.
I like that.
I mean, if you're into that, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Y'all aren't gonna like clone me though, right? Like, because now I'm concerned about the cloning issue.
Yeah.
That's the only concern.
Okay, let me type here quickly. Comment hashtag Power Broker to be entered. There. Ta-da!
There we go. I was wondering what you were.
Yeah. Comment hashtag Power Broker, and then we'll put your name on the wheel. which I should probably pull that up too. But yeah, I forgot what I was
so
saying.
Hoodies,
Oh yeah, I don't wanna...
hoodies too. The hoodies look good. Three different colors, 3 different logo, colors.
Yep, we got some
for everyone's taste.
Brad Arnie's here. Hey, Brad.
Bradley Arnie, my favorite pirate.
Nice. Oh, there we go. Already got Brad in there. Wee. Okay, now I'm gonna stop to type. If it'll be hilarious, I just want you. Have you ever used the Wheel of Random and then just put like one name in there? It looks ridiculous. And if Brad, if you end up being the only one, like obviously I'm sending it to you, but also I gotta show everybody because it looks so stupid when it's just spinning around with one name. So if you want, I see there's people watching. If you guys want to be entered into the drawing, we're giving away this hat. I'm not even gonna take it out of the package. Like I'm gonna keep my gross fingerprints off it. I washed my hands today, probably, I think. Anywho. Brad says I like those odds. Yeah, I bet you do.
So Todd, before you guys launch, and I can ask this after you launch, but I ask it now. What is it that has you the most excited about this campaign? And what is it that you want people that are tuning in, what is it the thing that you want them to be excited about? So as soon as this campaign gets launched, you want them to go over there and smash that back button.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is the finale of what's been building for 5 issues. So it's the culmination. And so Madame DeVray has a secret weapon who they're going to have to fight, and the power brokers also have a weapon that we haven't seen before. And it's like, in a manner of speaking, it's like which weapon is better, which weapon is bigger, who's gonna prevail. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna change sort of the trajectory of where this is going, because this is like there's no going back. It's like you're shifting. Everything's intensifying so much in this, and it's building. As big as this battle is, it's only going to get bigger. It's without revealing too much, but it's going to eventually involve like the whole city, all of Potentia, and like do it in a novel way that we kind of haven't seen before. Mm-hmm. It'll be cool. I'm excited about it. So I think I'm my toughest critic, and I think if I like it, other people will like it.
What about you, Sarah? Do you think Todd's his biggest critic, or are you his biggest critic?
No, I think Todd probably wishes I would give him more criticism, because every time he sends me new stuff, I'm just like, oh, this is so freaking cool! Because we're actually working on another project, which we did. We like alluded to it. Previously, like you've gotten hints here and there, and Gerald von Stoddard knows about it. I talked to him a little bit about it, and then I swore him to secrecy. So, so he's not going to tell, or else I'm going to have some strong words with him. But yeah, like we've been working on stuff, and I was just thinking, yeah, Todd probably wishes that I would be more critical, because I'm just like, this looks amazing, this sounds amazing. I don't have any notes,
Yeah, but you give advice. We're constantly bouncing ideas off each other.
That's fair, and Todd has to help me keep on the ball, because otherwise I forget stuff. So it works out.
You forget stuff. Right? You get sidetracked. I've never ever seen that happen.
I know, like it's super weird. It only happens when Matt's around. It's so weird. But yeah, the shit kind of hit the fan in issue 5, right? So
yep.
Like there was issue 4 was kind of calm before the storm, and then issue 5 went off the rails, and this one is like, oh man, it's kind of there's a little bit of a sad part in it.
Yeah, I mean,
And then
I don't know how much we should talk about. I could talk about who one of the characters is.
Yeah, well, there is the one character we're gonna see. We already saw that character,
we've already seen
right?
him, yeah, and actually the Potentia Times, the insert we had in the last issue, there was a write-up about him, like a memoriam of like what happened.
Hi, Steph.
In the
Steph,
past.
comment #PowerBroker and maybe win a hat. Somebody's got to give Brad some competition. He's the only one right now.
Well, but Brad is a super backer.
You
man.
know what?
Brad,
Yeah, I would absolutely.
Brad's a
I
good
was
dude.
thinking that maybe I'd send Brad a hat just because it's Brad.
You should send him your worn hat. You know, Brad might want that one. Or you should ask Brad. Brad, do you want Sarah's worn hat, or do you want the hat that's still sealed in the bag?
Yeah, with
Yeah,
the hair
like you can get the one that's got my head funk on it. I don't.
That could be a collector's item, though.
You know, I also
one
have
of a
a few
kind.
of these
Yeah.
left.
Oh yeah.
Can you guys remember
Adam,
these
yep.
from way back
Adam
when?
DeBray.
Yeah, I drew this. God, 3 or 4 years ago now.
Yep.
And we got them with these little sparklies on them, and I have probably 4 more of these, so we could give one of those away too,
Cool.
if we get enough names. And now, see, the one downside here is that now there's 2 names on the wheel, so now it kind of looks like it's not as weird looking.
Yeah, as long as you put them at opposite ends of the wheel, you know, not just.
Yeah. Oh, so I'm gonna sit that over there. So John Cutzer did the art on these. Amazing as always.
This,
It's
the
gorgeous.
same artist, yeah. That's been, you know, he actually did the next one too. But we're going to be looking for a new interior artist after that. But yeah, he's done all.
Send
the
me your
covers.
resumes.
We have some good prospects, you know.
Yeah, Brad says, or don't, Steph. But sorry, she did it. She did the thing. Now you got competition. But yep, yeah. So John's, I like his cover for this one a lot. Yeah. It's really impactful. And then we also got some variants. And last year we got one from Leo Colpietro. His name is a mouthful. But highly recommend
vowels,
if you're a creator and you need a really amazing piece of art for your book, highly recommend. His rates are reasonable and he's so good to work with.
Yeah.
So just a little plug there for him.
Really talented, really like technical. Yeah, just
he
could do anything. You know?
Yeah, I was actually talking to him. I had a comment asking him if he would give me some advice about the logo for Noctiluca, I think. And we ended up having a video call for like an hour just talking about that stuff and what could be done differently. And I didn't even ask him, and he didn't get paid for that. Like, it was just like that was just really like he's on my list to send free copies. So because he was so helpful. Like, he's great.
And he loved issue 5, the ones you sent him, the print issues.
Yeah,
they came out great, you know.
Yeah, and that was taking a chance too, wasn't it? We went to Morris Publishing to get those printed, and it ended up being great. The
quality is fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, Steph's heaping praise on Brad. Brad is a legend with Matt. Brad is a legend with all of the indie creators that I know, I think. Every time you back his project, we say Arnie. Okay, that's what that's about. I get it now.
Whenever we launch a campaign like we have going on now, and names come in, we remember all those names that come in. And there's some people some people that'll come in and their name pops up, and we've got our own special thing that will be like, oh yeah, race car driver such and such just showed up, or this person just showed up, or Bradley Arnie is back. We just have our thing that we have to do every time. So like we celebrate every single person. Doesn't matter if it's $1 backer or $100 backer or $1,000 backer or $1,000 backer. You never know. But like when they come in and you see them supporting again, we celebrate. If they come in and it's somebody that's never back before, we celebrate as well. We're like, dude, where'd that person come from? That's awesome. They're there. And Brad is definitely one of those that gets his own special treatment for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, they're taking their time to, they could be doing anything else. And yeah.
Just to be clear,
much appreciated.
even if you aren't backing the project, if you're liking and sharing and commenting on the posts that you see on social media about the project, we also love the hell out of you for that, because how bad does Facebook tank your stuff about? I mean, you don't ever see it.
It's so frustrating too. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, if you have anything with a Kickstarter in the post, or
yeah, you can't even write the word Kickstarter anymore, or campaign, or crowdfunding.
During our last campaign, I think it was sometime this year, but because we always do tiny URLs for our campaign, Facebook, they put one of their rogue AI post checkers out there, and it was going back through every post I had made for like 2 years. It cut off my access to Facebook, cut off my access to Messenger.
Oh yeah, remember
this is why. And then it was like, it was going back through not just my posts, it started going through Messenger chats. And that was what really bothered me, is going through Messenger chats and started pulling the links out saying, this post has been removed because it violated Facebook terms of service. And I'm like, no, it didn't violate anything. It was like, it's in a creative group, like Sarah and I are in a group, and it was
I thought that was private.
It's supposed to be private.
I mean,
yeah, it took a couple of days to get that back, but that was some rough times. But yes, Facebook
that was bullshit.
Facebook nukes your reach, email, throw your stuff into spam. There's those unfortunate people that are probably going to get every single message that you send about Power Broker. They're going to be like, dude, I've gotten this message 50 times. But you're going to have somebody at the end of your campaign that's going to go, dude, I would have backed it, but I didn't know. And you're like, how is that even humanly possible?
Yeah.
Yup. Yeah. Basically. It's a good fight, but it's a fight.
Yeah.
And that's why we love it when people like and comment and share on our stuff when they see it. And then also, like, all of our friends are cross-promoting and pushing each other's stuff and updates, and every little bit helps.
Yep.
Especially when it's a cool-ass book, like Power Broker or Heirs of Isildur, which we should talk about a little bit, too. We got a couple minutes. Let's talk about that one. Because you guys this is like the big finale, right?
Yeah, so this is Heirs of Isildur, The Perilous Prospects, number 5, the finale. This was originally supposed to be a 3-issue series and became 4. When we got to the 4th issue, we started putting it together. We were like, this can't stay as a single issue, because our books are always perfect bound, 44 to 56 pages. And we were like, to do this justice, we've already got like 90 pages of content. And we didn't want to have the last issue be double the size of our double issues. So we split it in 2, gave us a little bit of extra time to be able to really flesh out a couple of the plot points, because it's a pretty intricate storyline. It's apocalyptic sci-fi set in a steampunk world. There's a metal music soundtrack that's involved. But we really got to do some fun stuff. The campaign's got 9 days left. And we are now only $161 away from minimum funding. And then we have some cool stretch goals. We've got metal covers. We've got a definite article wood cover that's in there, done by the one and only Sarah White over here. Yep. We've got custom wearable leatherwork. We got masquerade masks. We have our shirts, socks, poker chips, all kinds of fun stuff in there. So if you're watching this, once you go and smash that support button on Power Broker, then you can come over and you could go and check out Heirs of Isildur as well. That's what I think needs to happen.
Yeah, I am definitely, and I'll make sure. Yeah, oh God, so cool. I'm gonna put links for all that stuff. I didn't do that yet because, like I said, we were literally talking about a cross collab before we went live today. But I'm gonna put stuff. We're gonna finish talking about that, and then it's gonna go into the campaign, so it'll all be there. And also, I'm gonna send out updates, obviously. And you're gonna get all the emails. Everybody who's backed the Definite Article Project is getting all the emails now. And it is annoying, but we really appreciate that you guys deal with it because it's. I will admit I have I somehow ended up with 2 of my email addresses on the in-symmetry list, and I did have to unsubscribe to one because I can't do it twice. I will happily get all the emails once, but twice is too much.
Yeah, twice is too much. Yeah, twice is too much. I get it. We've got so many emails that go out because of the different things we do with like Steph and her movie reviews that she does, and me hosting panels at live shows and events and all that. So yeah, I can get how it would be a little too much when you're like, dang man, I got it all over here on my Sarah White email. I do not need it on my Sarah White 01 email.
Exactly. Oh shit. So should we launch this thing?
So did we use a backer kit for this?
This is Kickstarter.
Oh, okay. No, but for the email list?
Oh, for the email list. Yeah. I'm piggybacking off of the Noctiluca campaign so I can get it for free.
Hell yeah, that's the way to do it. That's
what you do.
Yeah.
That's a little trickety trick that you learn if you're a indie creator and you need to have your email management. You piggyback your campaigns the best you can. What are those 90 days you get once you
either 60 or 90? We've had some where we were able to, hey, this one's over, but don't forget, the next one's coming up.
Mm-hmm. I think that I get, because for Noctiluca specifically, since the campaign ran on BackerKit, I think I get to get away with it because if you run the campaign on BackerKit, you don't have to pay for launch. So there's that, and I think that I get it for until I'm done with the campaign, which is gonna be a little bit of a wait, y'all. So we're like half done with the book, and the artist is very, very busy, but she is excited to finish the book. She wants to get this done. Hopefully we can get it done.
That's great.
Yeah, I wanna say early next year we'll get the pencils done, and then we can get the rest of it in. And I really appreciate, I made it clear on the campaign that was going to happen, but I really appreciate that everybody's ready to bear with me on that. Todd turned into a Barbie fan.
No, I was trying to make the screen smaller because your heads are so small.
Oh.
Trying to...
My
Sarah,
head
I think that's the nicest thing that anybody's ever said to me, that my head looks small.
I was just going to say, I think my head might naturally be a little small.
I was like, man, I wear top hats at live shows, and I've got to get the biggest top hat I can possibly find. So yeah, nobody's ever accused my head of being tiny.
Well, okay, so I figured that out. Now I have to get my own head back. Let's see.
I mean, it's not a bad view. That's a very tidy toy pile there.
I definitely want to know more about the Barbie Express you got over there, man. Definitely tell us more about the Barbie van.
Yeah, that was a Barbie RV because I'm at my
Barbie
sister's house in Maryland, and that's my niece's Barbie. I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Sarah,
the pink RV.
His nieces. Sure, that's his nieces. You know that's his.
It's his nieces.
Sorry, though. Collect whatever you collect. Collect whatever you collect.
Oh, I got some feedback now. Whoopsie. There we go. Fixed now.
Yeah, it's much better, though. I mean, it was I don't know what I was doing that whole time. It was just a small square right in the center.
Weird. Yeah, no idea. All right, should we do this thing?
I think you should. And I want to see this campaign. I want you guys to show me these covers you guys are talking about. I want you to make me as excited about this campaign as you are.
All right. Well,
yep.
You have to do 10 clicks here, so or is it just did they streamline the number of clicks?
I think it's down to 3 or 2.
That was 1 click. Here's 2 clicks.
Are you sure?
It's 3 clicks. And it says drum roll. And we're live! Who's going to be first backer? I had stopped giving out first backer awards, but meh. Kyron says collect what you want. No collecting shaming over here. He also said, what's up, Sarah and Matt? And third amazing creator I'm not familiar with. You know Todd. You just don't realize that you know Todd, Kyron. Because Todd created Power Broker.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a very original name. It sounds like it should be a comic character.
Oh, it's already got a backer. Sweet.
Great.
I'm just
Thank
trying to
you.
sign the hell out so that I can show off the page here, because I don't want you freaks seeing all the freaky shit that I back on here. Which is stupid because you can totally go right in there and see everything that I've backed. So just realized I'd have to make my profile on there private for that to matter. All right, now we can go. Ta-da! Okay. So let's just skip right down to the covers here because that's what Matt wants to see.
Yes, that's exactly what I want to see.
Covers. That is... Can I...
So now, is
There we
that cover
go.
the one from the guy you guys were singing his praises earlier, or is this a different
Yeah,
artist?
exactly.
This is...
yeah, the
well, we
original
were
artist.
singing everybody's praises, weren't we?
Oh, yeah. Well,
This
he's,
is Cut-
he's the cover artist. This
Yeah,
is the
this is
cover,
John
or, I'm sorry,
Kutzer.
the interior artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's...
Yeah,
Yeah, that's...
a really good. That's a really good cover.
So
I like
yeah,
this cover a
I met
lot.
John at Boston Comic Con in 2016. I had moved out from LA. I actually went to San Diego Comic Con. I pitched to a bunch of artists out there, and I had some interest, but I was in the process of moving back to Connecticut, where I grew up. And I went to Boston Comic Con 2016 in like the fall, and pitched to a bunch of artists. Met John, and he dug it, and we just went from there. We worked together for probably good 5 years, and we did 7 issues, a ton of work. And we actually redid the first issue because he had evolved so much in that time that he wanted to do like a better representation of his talent with the first one. And so yeah, if you saw the two, that would be interesting if we like released the original before it was redone.
Yeah, okay.
That's,
That is volume 1 special edition stuff that we got to be sticking in there.
That's,
Like seeing some side-by-side comparisons, that'd be really cool.
That's some
Yeah.
stretch goal action. Get to a certain stretch goal, and you guys can see that.
Yeah.
And I decided that stretch goals for us just needs to be more content, because I actually spent an unreasonable... This is like you guys, I probably have some kind of like weird illness that I didn't even realize was a thing, because I spent like 1.5 years on Reddit looking for posts and talking to people and asking comics fans and backers what they wanted when they backed a Kickstarter and they made stretch goal. Like when the campaign got to stretch goal area, what did they want? And by far the most popular response was, can we have more content in the book? And so I was like, yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going to do some, we'll do prints and stickers and stuff because everybody likes stickers, but more content.
We could do like even like the line work, like the pencil inks. But I mean, not now. It's all digital, so it's all combined. So it's basically like but the black and white pages are really nice. It reads like a manga,
Yep, it looks, and they're really cool too. And I think it'd be cool that we could show some old issue 1 versus new issue 1. Like that'd be really great for some bonus content, but also we're definitely including some of that in volume 1 when we get to there, which is probably gonna be next year? ? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, after Valentine's Day,
Yeah. I'm trying to get... Kyron asked if he was number 1, and I'm trying to get in there to find out if he was
I
number 1
can tell you right
with
now,
my phone.
Kyron was not.
Oh, shit. Kyron.
Kyron, you were slow, homie. I know exactly who was number 1, and you were not it, dude. We're going to fight. But no, we're not going to fight because you like the 49ers and so does Steph. So you can live.
Aw.
I will say one of the things that's good, though, especially on the Kickstarter platform where a lot of people expect things to be digital, I think that it makes it a lot easier to be like, hey, we're going to keep the physical issue at a finite size, maybe a couple extra pages. And then like we did with our artist for Tatsumi and for Heirs, Alessandro lives in Brazil. He speaks Portuguese as a first language. And there's some times where we have, no matter how hard we try, we have some errors in translation. So we
Mm-hmm.
started doing things where like I will give him the absolute worst drawing just with a mouse in Photoshop, and it is the absolute biggest piece of crap. Like I was probably drawing with a pencil on paper better when I was like 6, but I'll send that to him so he can just get a general idea of what we're looking for, like angles and size of characters and all that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And one of our stretch goals in our last campaign was for us to put together, like, say, 4 of the best. Here's what I originally gave him. Here's the pencils and inks. Here's the flats. Here's the colors and the letters. And for me to actually have to show off this complete and utter, complete, total nonsense of the worst stick figures you'll ever see. Never would we waste our money to put that into print, but to do it digitally made it where people could get this fun little digital collectible without having to blow up the cost of the actual print book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love seeing the development of characters from like your simple sketch, and then as it evolves. Because actually, for the zygotes, Madame DeVray has one of her main weapons. They're called the zygotes. They're like the most powerful psychics on the planet, but they're like deformed. They don't have legs. They're basically subservient to her. She has a nursery for them at the top of her pinnacle tower, and initially I did my own pencil sketch of the character because I draw too, you know. I just don't. I don't do like backgrounds as well and like architecture, but I did a picture of them for John, and then he kind of like amped it up, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's some stuff. If you could find some of those, that'd be some good extra bonus content too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd have to scan them, but I have all of them. So I probably already did scan them because I
awesome,
you know, emailed them to him. So
that is what you both were saying. Like that is like there's a lot of people out there like I can't draw. I just want to explain to you what I want, and then a lot of frustration. Even if you don't have the extra language barrier, I notice that sometimes it's just even if it is a crappy stick drawing. And you don't feel embarrassed about it. If you feel embarrassed, you don't need to because the artist has definitely seen worse. And they don't care. They appreciate that you're giving them that visual. So definitely just don't feel self-conscious about it. Just give them a scribble of what you want, and then you'll get what you want versus the frustration of trying to communicate it with just words. It's so much better. So, okay, what was the next cover? Oh, yeah. Leo's cover.
Yep.
Which, I mean, come on.
You zoom in on that, too, because you'll get to see their faces a little more.
Oh, yeah, because there's a bunch of little Easter eggy stuff. Whoops.
Yeah.
Easter eggy stuff happening.
This is the guy you were talking about.
This is Leo.
Pietro.
Yeah. Pietro, yeah.
Kyron says.
So what is this goo that's on this cover? Is this?
The
blood,
goo
guts,
is like
gum. What is that?
It's symbolic. So I mean, we introduced him last time. The main villain, his name is Hugh Heffer, and he was like the biggest. He was Potentia's most infamous cannibal. But he's a giant, he's a giant blubbery Kong, basically, rampaging through the city. So this is like symbolic of his, gastronomic tract. It's like,
okay.
Yeah, this is more of like it's like a figurative take on that. So they're like battling through his innards.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that because it definitely is like clear that it's not them battling another person, which is what you see all the time.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. He did a great job on it.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of intestinal. It's got like some tentacles to it,
and it's I mean obviously Kira is the focus here, but there's a lot of people that you'll recognize, a lot of characters that you'll recognize from the previous issue.
Yep.
And if you pay attention.
Right, this guy's Scourge. He's kind of got these plutonium balls stuck in his body. He's he's got like radiation powers, electromagnetic powers. He survived obviously into this one. He played a critical role in the previous battle to give these power jackers the edge. But they've been whittled to like a skeleton crew. So there's probably, I think it's like a 3-on-3 type situation.
If you guys are just joining us, and Kyron, I know you did. If you comment hashtag Power Broker, you can get into the drawing. There's only 2 people, so you got a really good chance of winning a baseball hat. And I put the link to the campaign in the comments, so everybody go look. Because we're like way focusing on just the covers right now and none of the other stuff. We'll get there, but we'll get there eventually. But like, first of all, I gotta click on the correct page so that I can get us back out. Here we go. Because we gotta look at another cover.
Yep.
This one's from Elvin Ching. You guys know Elvin, right? Everybody knows Elvin.
Yep. He's done a few. He's done a few for us.
Yeah, and I've worked with him several times. He's great to work with. And now the problem is that he is getting all this Marvel work and he doesn't have time anymore. So you have to book him a year in advance or something.
Oh,
but it worked out for us because look at this thing. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh wait, this is the I think you put the other version we had the more hair. I think this might be the first one.
That's entirely possible. I
But
reserve the
zoom in on
right
that
to
a little
mess
more.
with these covers until we send them to print, though. So
Yeah.
I am a little bit overwhelmed right now with my lack of time, my newfound lack of time. But
Yeah,
I
right,
will
the new
get the
job.
good cover on there. So I'll get it done. But yeah, he's
that cover basically encapsulates the power of this confrontation, you know.
should we block Kyron for this one? Bauer Proker.
Bauer Proker.
Yeah.
I gotta type stuff. There. Okay. Carry on. Kyron also said that he was talking about the previous point that he'd done layouts for every page of StarCore with his artist, and he takes the chicken scratches and turns it into magic, which is exactly why you should always sketch what you want for your artist so that they know. It's much funner that way too, I think. Like if you.
Well, and also if you have a certain direction that you want to take it, otherwise, you know, I mean, they'll have their own specific interpretation.
Yeah. I did one sketch of a cover and it was just stick people. And I remember drawing like the stick figure, the one stick figure was punching the other stick figure, and then I just wrote the words blood, blood, blood around. I didn't draw any blood, I just wrote the word.
Right.
And we got there. It was fine. It was great. Oh, and there's our hoodies. I keep scrolling and then hitting the wrong thing. Anyway, hoodies. You can pick one of those 3, or you can buy all 3. Like, I'm fine with that. You can buy all 3 hoodies.
It's a tough decision. Yeah, I mean, they're all.
Yeah, they all like. Oh, you're muted. I see your face moving, but I can't hear you.
As cold as you've been today, you might want all 3 of those.
I was thinking about it. Yeah.
Simultaneously.
Bye, Kyron. Kyron's gotta go. Bye.
Bye, Kyron.
Thanks for finally
Thank
getting
you.
some more StarCore for us. You know how I've been waiting for. I have been irritating the shit out of him for like a year and a half for more StarCore. So I'm really excited that there's more StarCore. So, and go back that too, by the way, guys. StarCore's live now too. There's a bunch of good comics live right now.
There are so many live right now. I mean, I know October is a heavy period of time. It used to be where you didn't want to launch in October, but now everybody knows this is like the end of the period you can launch for the calendar year.
Yep.
before the
And
holidays.
there's over 300 campaigns that are live right now on Kickstarter.
Oh,
That's
wow.
wild. Yeah.
Trying to- The closer
So-
you get to Thanksgiving, the less people start thinking about backing.
Yep.
They're thinking about saving money for other things.
Yep.
Right.
We were gonna launch this the same day that you guys launched.
Yes,
And-
we absolutely were.
I don't remember why we didn't. There was a
Well,
reason.
we were gonna wait for go on K-pop's live stream.
Oh yeah, we wanted to get
So-
K-pop, and that actually it worked out because Elvin had run out of time again, and he asked us for like a little bit
Yeah.
more time, and so
He
it was
was-
like, you know what, actually this is gonna be okay.
Yeah, he was finishing up Predator. I guess he did the Predator Badlands comic rendition,
Yeah, he's
which is pretty cool.
yeah, he's crazy busy on some really cool stuff.
Yeah, and I didn't know Marvel owned that
Do they?
property. I guess. I mean, it was for Marvel Comics,
he's
or
doing-
maybe it was a partnership. Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing I know he's doing Marvel stuff right now, but I'm not sure what all he's doing because he's posting stuff all the time. I think I saw a black cat, maybe. Maybe I'm just blowing smoke up your ass. I don't know. So like, don't quote me on this, but I think I saw him do a post a black cat sketch yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, go follow him. Go follow him on Facebook and Instagram and stuff because he's got good art. And he's been posting a lot of pictures of his escapades too, because he's been all over the world recently on these artist trips that they've been sending him on, I guess. So I don't know. I haven't really asked for that much detail, but yeah, he's doing good.
I think he lives over there.
Is he in Singapore?
I think
Yeah,
so.
he's somewhere on the Asian continent. I don't know where exactly. I'm pretty sure it's Singapore, but I don't remember for sure. So anyway, yeah, hoodies, and we've got a couple more of these hats left. I'm like, obviously this one we're giving away, and y'all, I see you watching. You got to comment if you want to win the hat. You got to comment #PowerBroker if you want to be entered into the drawing to win the hat.
Yep.
And I don't know how many. I think I've got 3 more left, not including the one that's got my head funk all over it. If y'all are into that, like, we could give that one away too. It just feels like that's not. I mean, you don't know what's on my head. You don't know when the last time I washed my hair was.
Yeah.
It could have been
they
years.
Are washable. They are washable.
That's
though.
true.
You know.
They have I should have grabbed the one that's open already. It's embroidered and it's really nice and thick. It actually, like, I was uncertain of what we were going to get, to be honest, and they turned out so good. And you've been like field
impressive.
testing yours, so yours
Yeah.
is surviving and holding up great, right?
Yeah, they have like a brass clasp at the back.
Yeah.
They're kind of fancy.
Oh shit! You can't see anything through these stupid bags. But yeah, there's a metal clasp to adjust it, and there's like for Matt for your big head. There's lots of excess scraps. So
have to be for my gigantic head. I'm telling you what.
Yeah, we got to
Yeah.
give Matt one for being on tonight.
yeah, we'll see what we got left, because I'm sure. I mean, unless you wanted the head funk, like, you can have the head funk. Oh, what else? Okay, let's look at some pages, because we didn't do that yet, and we were talking about this guy that was in there.
Yep.
So this is all the story so far. You can go through, and if you are new to the Power Broker world,
Yeah, or you could just show them. Just go through.
yeah,
it. Yeah.
wait. I want to know, like, where. Okay, so this one tells the story. This top part tells the story of what's going on in Power Broker, and there's a point. Maybe we should put like a, beyond this point, lay spoilers, because if people are starting from the beginning, then maybe they don't want to know that. But
Yeah, I mean, this is like the ultra snippet highlights. you know?
yeah. And great costume designs too. I'm enjoying the costume designs when
Yeah.
I look through them.
And I should probably explain. I've said it before, but so the Power Brokers go out as a duo, like partners, male and female. So you have a Superman and a Superwoman that go out, and they have a host of superpowers. I call it the handshake, because it's like the classic 5 superpowers: speed, strength, durability, agility, and stamina. And then they're brokered an additional psychic power to sense danger before it happens.
Mm-hmm.
And also they have other attributes too. One is revealed in this issue 6, but their power suits are protective too. It's almost like an electromagnetic mesh where it kind of it's flexible, but it hardens on sudden impact, almost like electromagnetic Kevlar or something. But yeah, so each pair has like a specialized. They have their own color scheme, and the suits are different based on their own nervous system. Yeah, and so
He's put a lot of thought into this.
Yeah, I mean, so if it was a video game, you could design your own suit with different colors and patterns. Yeah.
Okay, so
Don't mind me. I'm just signing into more crap.
no, so you said that that this is issue 6, and you have got plans for some additional.
Yeah,
parts.
so there's 15 in the whole story arc.
Okay.
So this is like, yeah, so 6 is like, 5 would be the first act, if it was like a 3-act, but it goes a little bit over. Then there's sort of an interlude in the next one, but still a story build. There's like a reminiscence about how superpowers started in the first place in Potentia. And then it also advances the story until like the next build up to like, I guess the last 5 is like the crescendo of the story. Yeah, and it just intensifies, and the characters get wilder and the stuff that happens, and it's really a fun series because, I mean, it's the one that we all wanted growing up, a world where you can have a superpower, anyone can have a superpower, and like the kind of the mayhem that would ensue in that world.
So if somebody's just tuning into this live stream right now and they've never heard of Power Broker, they don't have any idea if Power Broker is one person, a bunch of people, a pair of people,
right?
How would you explain Power Broker to somebody who literally just happened to be upon this? They happen upon your Facebook or Sarah's Facebook, and they see this thing. Explain to them at the most base entry level, what this story is and why they want to become a part of this story with you.
Absolutely. So Power Broker is a world where anyone can have superpower. Geneticists, through their tinkering, have figured out how to give human beings superpower. So it's a transformed world. We're entering this world 30 years after the inauguration of superpower. So presumably it's gone through its, the golden age, silver age. Now we're in the modern age of superpower. And basically you go to a power brokerage, which is like, a licensed bonded clinic, and they'll scan your genome, tell you what powers you're compatible with, and because there's a volatility index, because people's genomes are different. Some powers you might be compatible with that I wouldn't be. So it's like on a sort of a case by case basis. And then if you can afford the power, because they're astronomically expensive. I mean, it's like getting a new car, and they're time limited. So like most of them expire after a month.
Okay.
Although there are some people that have tailor-made superpowers, but those are much more expensive. It'd be like 50, 100 million to have it for life, which most people can't afford. But if you can't afford, so that it's still expensive to go to a standard clinic, a legal place, a legal power brokerage. So there's a whole sub-industry, a black market industry of chop shops, where you go to a chop shop, and it's kind of like a DJ who takes a song and he puts his own spin on it. He'll take it's really like a dirty power, but he puts his own spin on it. He'll tweak the genes, and he doesn't care if it's going to cause catastrophic damage later. You get the power if you pay him the $5,000, and so that leads to the majority of the problems in this series, because it's like people that go deranged, demented. There's a whole host of like negative things that can happen, mutations. Like the first one, that first image, Sarah, with the purple guy, that was like an extreme mutation, like a catastrophic mutation, and he ends up dead. So that's the risk you run. And so the power brokers kind of police this world. They police the chop shop operators. They police the people getting the powers, and they have not only their superpowers, but they have a host of tech too. They have a device called a rescinder, where you affix it to the violator, and it takes back the power, I kind of equate it, and I was telling Sarah this, to the ghost trap from Ghostbusters.
Okay.
Where, you know, it takes back their power, returns them to baseline, basically, but it also implants a genetic block where they can't be super endowed anymore. It's like a genetic impotence.
Okay.
So it's like an extreme risk. You know, zero tolerance for bad behavior, and yeah, you just got to play by the rules. You know.
Yeah, it's not too spoilery to see that he ends up say that he ends up dead, right? Because
Yeah,
he's a red shirt basically. He's there
Yeah.
to prove that the situation is serious.
Right. Yeah, what can happen? And,
Yeah.
and they do have regular police too, but you know, obviously they're overwhelmed at times.
Yeah, the regular police need the help of the power brokers.
Right.
So how about these two? These two are some fun peoples.
Yeah, Madame DeVray is the heir of the inventor of superpower, Dr. Alver DeVray, with Pinnacle Laboratories. So 30 years ago, he developed the first superpower, tested it on an animal, and actually we tell that in Power Broker 7. It's called Animal Trials and Errors in parentheses, and yeah, they obviously they tested on animals first, and there's a lot of misbehavior that goes on. Director Robertson, to the right of her, he's the head of the Central Brokering Agency, which is the agency, that the government agency that handles all the superpowers, and they disseminate the power brokers into the city. So they basically control them, like FBI agents or CIA agents. Yeah, so it's like they're like the two titans. It's like Zeus over here, and then whoever the head of her empire over here.
Yeah, she's the crazy sticker chibi.
Yeah.
She's interesting. I'll just go with that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to. Yeah, we don't want to get too spoilery because
she's people. I mean, she's pretty evil, and very weird. A lot of characters are really weird, in like a good way, Yeah, there's a lot of high strangeness going on.
And so what is it that makes her be the arch nemesis of the power brokers?
Well, she's the wealthiest woman. Pinnacle Laboratories. She's got the biggest tower right in the center of the city. Genetics and super manipulation has become like the world's biggest industry. So she's got the largest empire. She sets the trend. She's the trendsetter, and like, I think we wrote it up here. She's the matron saint of Potentia. But there's some of her back history revealed later on, but she's always been a bad seed, a bad apple, and she eventually desires more power, and she doesn't care how she takes it, and it's just going to escalate more. This is like her reactivating those inmates is like the first step of her plan, just to kind of like see it can be done. Because the way they did it was, the power brokers, when they deploy the rescinder, it deploys a chastity belt, I call it, which blocks their genes from ever being modified again. But she figured out a way. It took her that long to figure out a way to override it. So that's the crux of like the dialectic in this, the conflict, is that she's figured out a way to overwrite what's been previously untouchable, and so the inmates that they're still battling in this, that was like the first step to see if it can be done. And they're also trying to eliminate the psychic Scylla, who like knows all about her agenda. She kind of like remote views it. She knows what's going to go on, and she gets kind of brought into the side of good to help stop her. Well,
that's good to be able to know what the the main conflict being person versus person, it seems like, in this, more than person versus nature or anything like that.
Right.
Sarah, what's your favorite part? What's the thing about Power Broker that gets you excited, that is something that you want other people to be excited about as well?
If you love some good world building, this is a good one. If you love a lot of really fucked up gory deaths, this is another good one. Like it is
It's graphic, yeah.
It's not for young kids. Very graphic. I like the depth of the characters. Like we learn a lot about a lot of the characters. I guess we haven't learned a ton. I feel like this is coming, but we haven't learned a ton about Kira's backstory yet.
Yeah.
But we've learned a bit about
Mason,
Mason. And so I like the slow burn on the build up of because we know that there's more to these people than what we've been told so far.
Yeah.
And we know a little bit about Madame Duvray. We know a little bit about the director. We know a little bit about Mason.
Yep.
And we know a little bit about Kira, but I feel like we're gonna learn more about her because she's important.
Yeah, the middle 5, like I said, of this story arc, the middle, it's going to explore their history, so it's all going to come out, you know. Mm-hmm. In addition to advancing the action, and so this right here, that's the Rescinder in action, taking back from issue 1, taking back the Power Jacker's power.
Cool. Yeah, it's such a tiny little thing too. I was expecting it to be a little more robust, but it's just this little thing, and he's just like, and you're done.
Well, yeah, I wanted it like hockey puck size, like
because then it's easy to carry.
Yeah. Obviously, a world where tech is advanced, where people can have superpowers, they're probably going to have a big punch in a small dose, so to speak, you know.
Yep. I imagine he's got to carry around a few of these, because what if he misses when he throws it? Like he needs backups. And I know Kira has some too, with like those they both carry some, but like you need extras, and you need to be able to carry that shit. It's got to be small.
And you know, like they don't always have to incapacitate them like that. I mean, but the ones that are like rampaging or out of control, that's kind of like the way to handle them. But you know, I mean.
So, has there ever been a situation in which Mason and Kira have gone out to take care of a power jacker and they have gone quietly and peacefully? Just a little bit of world stuff.
Yeah, I bet there are. I don't have that one in mind, but I've conceived like that could happen, you know? I mean, it wouldn't be as exciting, I guess, but it's got to be a possibility, you know? In which case, I was thinking about that. Like, how would you handle that? Could you put them in a normal prison cell, like in the county jail, or would they just escape, you know? So yeah, that's food for thought.
Yeah, it's I haven't seen now I'm like this is the kind of stuff that we can do for like bonus content, is writing a little mini story about one time that they went out, and did the criminal go peacefully or whatever, you know, like
yeah the one
or
time
maybe just like didn't like just Mason going and eating his French fries after a big job or something, you know, stuff like that. This guy, he's important in the last episode, right? The last issue.
Scourge. Yeah, I called him Scourge. I didn't have a name for him, and then John like really just took the. I gave. So initially, I thought they would be more. Well, they're all humanoid, but he really just went all out with like. He made them into, you know, some incredible kind of novel-looking creatures. From the last issue, there's a double-page spread of them breaking out, and it's like it's fantastic. They're all just like these really unique monsters, and but yeah, after I saw this, I'm like, oh, that guy, he's got to be Scourge, you know. And then we have another one.
Yeah, that's a good name. I like that name.
Yeah.
It's a good name. It is.
There's another. He's the speedster, but he looks like a devil. So I'm like, oh, that's got to be a speed demon, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool designs, really cool character designs in this. And did you and John come up with all of them together? Like, how many times did John just go off the rails by himself?
Well, yeah, I mean, I would describe like like the first shot in here, like a mutated. I was like as gnarly as you want to get, like mutated with like limbs coming off and just disgust, you know. So I gave him as much leash as he wanted, just, you know, and then like the guy below, the shark guy. I mean, it's just fantastic. We weren't calling him shark guy. We called him axe head because he doesn't have shark teeth.
Yeah,
they're more squarish, but he does look like a shark.
He does, yeah. That was all Katie. K-pop. She was like, he looks like a shark, and then we started calling him Shark Man.
Yep.
Now it's a whole thing too. Like, we have to buy shark onesies and go be on her show, and
right.
It's gonna be fun. Shark onesies would be warm, I think.
Or at least
I would hope so.
Oh, okay.
We need the prison jumpsuits.
Oh yeah. I mean, I got some orange stuff. Like, I could closet cosplay that probably. But yeah, like, awesome art, right? I think we made that clear, haven't we?
Yeah.
Definitely go check it out, you guys. The link is in the comments, so go check it out yourself so that you can study it, because there's a lot going on in this art. It's really good.
Yeah.
So do you guys have it set up? So let's say that in your add-ons, do you have it set up like where, let's say somebody backed 1 and 2 and then they missed 3 and 4. Do you have individual ways to get the PDFs in your add-ons? Are you going to do that?
Definitely do. Yeah, can we look at that right now?
Issue, sure.
Yeah, we can. Cool. Okay, so you can, with the digital, obviously you can only get digital, but let's go here. You can get all 5 of the digital issues that came before and all the physicals, and you can add on a shirt too. You can get a hoodie. So yeah, you can a la carte it if you want to. Yeah. And the only thing I didn't include here, I think, is the digital issue of Power Broker number 6. That's the only thing you can't add on, and that's because every single one of the original reward tiers includes a Power Broker number 1 digital. So yeah, I don't want you guys to be spending money that you don't need to spend.
Yeah, I can understand putting like the regular issue 6 in there because sometimes people want to get more than 1 copy.
Yep.
But yeah, on the digital, if it's in every tier, there's no reason to have it in there again.
Yep, exactly. And I noticed that happened when was it the last Power Broker? There was a time that I noticed that people kept adding a digital copy of the book that they were already getting, and I was like, I don't like that you're spending an extra, because it's usually $5 to $8, right? Like, depending on how big it might even be more than that. And I don't want you guys to spend your hard-earned money on a thing that you're already getting. So, and you don't need 2 copies of a digital PDF, right? Like, it's digital, so
yeah. If you buy a physical copy, you should get a digital copy. I mean, absolutely. And I have no qualms about giving out even like issue number 1. You know, I mean.
Yeah, actually, if you guys have a Global Comics account, you can read issue 1 for free on Definite Articles Global Comics. And I actually better put up, because I'm pretty sure we only got a few on there, and we need to get more. And you can also read Granica up there, which, stay tuned for more of that, because that's coming back next year too. P.S. but yeah, if you want to go read, I'll just put a link so that you can go read Power Broker number 1, because you can do that for free. And that way, we'll get you hooked.
You'll get a feel of what if you haven't already read it, you know, you'll get a feel of what this world is. Yeah, it's a different world. It's like a different type of city. There would be a lot of color. You know, a lot of different power manifestations. It could be really a fun place to be.
Typing again, sorry. Yeah. It's we should definitely be. I love that I'm just like literally y'all are seeing this shit pop into my head live. I was like, oh yeah, we should put the digital up here for free. Why didn't I do that already? And I'm making a note for myself right now. but yeah, I'll put that up there, and then we can share that out with the free issue 1 PDF there. And what else? I wish we had more stuff. Like, I feel like we should have more stuff. I mean, I feel a little... I feel a little bit intimidated because Matt's over here with, like, all this leather shit and all the wooden shit. And, like, you got so much stuff. We got such cool stuff.
But the wooden stuff is a definite article product. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean... it's you know,
there.
I mean, come on now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's promoting your company.
That's true. That's true.
They are cool. Yeah, I mean, at some point we got to do that. We got to do a Power Broker one.
Yeah, we do.
We have done a lot of merch over the years, though, because after all, this is the 6th campaign. So
yeah, well, I mean, I see that you're wearing a piece of the merch that.
Yeah, exactly.
From a previous campaign, and yeah, and we had the baseball hats the last campaign. Now we're gonna have hoodies, and I think that we'll probably. Oh yeah, lots of bookmarks. Like we should just go back and find all the merch that we've done that's strictly Power Broker merch, and then we can just bring it all back for the trade when we do the trade, because I think the trade will do next. And then y'all, if you missed any of that stuff, like you'll have that one last chance to go back and get it.
Yep.
That'll be fun. Oops. Yep.
Yeah, I need to get more T-shirts myself. I think this is the last one.
They don't last forever. I don't know. I need my cool clothes to stop falling apart so fast. I wear them all the time, and then they fall apart, and then I'm like, but why? It's because I don't take care of them. Or, you know, you have to wash them 1,000 times because you wear them, and
yeah, and then they fade.
It's the problem. Yeah, I noticed that if you've got screen printed stuff, this is a little everybody should know this tip, for not just for Power Broker shirts, but like everything. If you got screen printed stuff that you really love, don't put it in the dryer. Don't ever put it in the dryer. It will ruin it. Hang it up to dry. I know it sucks. I know it's annoying, but just trust me on this. The dryer murders screen prints.
Yep. Wash them inside out, too.
Yep, that too. Inside out.
Yeah. And anything with a graphic you want to preserve, you know.
Yep.
Like, you have a cool shirt, Matt. Is that a Grateful Dead?
This one here, actually, this is Peace, Love, and Slothiness. This is one of our characters from Misfits Clubhouse. He's got his own shirt, and this is his character. I'll see if I can get in here a little bit closer.
There we go.
Yeah. There you go. Peace, Love, and Slothiness. That's Slothy from Misfits Clubhouse.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I
it's
love that graphic. Yeah,
we have crazy titles like Tatsumi the Serpent Mistress and Heirs of Isildur and all this crazy wild medieval fantasy, steampunk, all that kind of stuff. And then we've also got Misfits Clubhouse. Our good buddy Richard Rivera from Stabity Bunny challenged us one time. He's like, you guys, I like your stuff. But he's like, you guys are just fun people. He's like, you should try writing an all ages title. We're like, challenge accepted. Here we go, Misfits Clubhouse. So it's always a trip when you go to our table at a show and you've got, like, you know, all these crazy leather work and metal albums and vinyl records and all that. And then here's the all ages.
Yeah, the post-apocalyptic, and then something a little.
The post-apocalyptic all ages doesn't work, but it's exactly what we got.
I've read a lot of yours. Maybe I've read all of it up to this point. I haven't read the all ages. What the
Misfits Clubhouse.
Misfits, thank you. Oh, God, I was like, it's not Heirs, it's not Tatsumi. Those are the adult ones. I've read Tatsumi. I've read Heirs. I've read I Am Keto. I love I Am Keto.
You definitely read I Am Keto. Your reaction to I Am Keto makes me happy. You were a fan of that one.
Yeah, Keto's a really good one shot. And what is that? It was like it's
80 pages.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like 70 or 80 pages. Yeah, it's a big one. But I sat down and read it. I think most of it in one shot. I think I started reading and then just passed the hell out. And Matt's like, "What'd you think?" And I was like, "I don't know. I fell asleep."
She got like I think one day you were like, I read some of it. I'm going to read a few more pages today. And I'm like, okay. Because I knew right where she was about to be at in the story. And I'm like, there is no way she's going to stop when it gets to this
Yep.
point. And the running
Exactly what
commentary
happened.
the running commentary of, what the heck? I can't believe, what the heck? These bastards. What the
And I was like live tweeting, I was live messaging to Matt and Steph about my feelings about everything that was going on. And yeah, there's a point, like there's a bunch of pages at the beginning. You can read them and then you can put the book down. But once you cross a certain point, you can't put it down again. You have to finish reading it.
And that's a great hook,
So,
right? To keep them coming back to the next one.
Yeah, and that's a one shot, but it takes place in the greater universe that is Heirs and Tatsumi as well, right? Are those three ones that are together?
And
Is there
Tales from
another one in
Nocturnia,
there?
all of them have got
Thank
a,
you.
so Heirs of Isildur is apocalyptic sci-fi set in a steampunk world. And we originally, when we would promote it, we would say it's time travel in reverse, because it's not about like Back to the Future going into a time machine and going somewhere. Our main character, Michael Isildur, finds an abandoned laboratory with all these machines that have been lost to time and decay. And he starts tinkering around with them and ends up opening portals to start bringing people from other places to him. He realizes these people that are getting pulled through are right on the edge of death. The very first person that gets pulled through is in a frozen hellscape, basically, and the person is about to freeze to death. He has a portal open up in front of him, and he's able to crawl through. Michael realizes that he's helping people when he does this, but he also realizes that he's allowing a darkened energy to come through that might be corrupting his own place, his own timeline. So where this arc, the Perilous Prospect, starts, an apocalypse has happened in the town of Shadowshaven, and the only way to stop it may be through those who accidentally caused it. So this is Michael and the group of his that have come through the portals that have no desire to do any kind of harm, any kind of bad. They're just there to exist and become this kind of like found family. But because this darkened energy has come through, the town of Shadowshaven knows what's going on, even though they don't know who did it, because they've seen this happen before. And they start to lose their minds. And when everything basically blows up in their faces, that's where this arc starts. And you've got the citizens of Shadowshaven, Michael and his group, and then one other group that are all, trying to figure out how can they kind of put this lightning back in the bottle. Can they turn this thing back around? Or
put the genie back in?
Exactly. Or is this apocalypse that has, now unleashing terror down upon their town? Is it just going to wipe them all out completely? And where we get to when we start this issue, the finale of the story basically started at issue 4. Everything that we've been building towards, everything that we've been, planting those seeds that we can go harvest later on, starts in issue 4. And the peak of issue 4, without spoiling the story, basically when you get to the end of issue 4, you're like, okay, this is the point. Either everything is going to be gone completely imminently, or there's going to be some insane way they're going to figure out how to resolve this. And it has to happen right then. There is going to be, that has to be resolved immediately, or everybody's gone. And it was a fun arc to put together. It was fun making sure that all of the puzzle pieces fit together right. Think about like when you see a murder mystery, and it's a really good murder mystery, like say Clue, and the movie, and you're like, oh, it could have been this person over here, but no, it was this person because he did this and he did that. And I saw you wink this one time. And when you winked that one time, I knew because of your body language that you were the one that did it. And you're like, oh my goodness, I didn't even realize that. So when we put this
meticulously crafted,
very much so. We had to do a whole, I think it was like 20 different slides. Some of them I did by hand. Some of them I literally got Legos and set them out in my living room, which there's a ton of Legos in my living room anyway. So I just pulled some off the shelves and had to position them and get my camera down there and give it to the artist to be like, when this scene happens, this person must be over here because we're going to need this person over here 20 pages later.
Oh my God. Okay,
I like something small.
I like helping build a story, but holy shit, that sounds exhausting.
Well, it was the reason being was because we knew what we were building towards, and if we didn't have this person in a specific spot,
Yep.
and the artist drew them elsewhere, then when we got to that point, then the artist is like, well, we've got an inconsistency here because I drew this person, in a building up the street when they should be on the ground level, by these other people. So, and that's just me making up a nonsense, scenario right there. But
Right.
we had to make sure. I always believe in writing backwards. Understand your concept, understand your climax, and figure out how to get there. You need to know where you're getting to.
Yeah, I always every one of my series, I know the end. I know, yeah. You have to, because these plots are so complex, and especially if you're going 10+ issues, you have to know where you're going. I think.
Absolutely. Well, we're super stoked with this campaign. We're only $161 away from the minimum funding goal. Once we get there, that's when fun starts. Unlock tiers and add-on goals and all kinds of fun stuff like that. Sarah, if you want to scroll down and show people your handiwork on the wood cover, feel free.
If I was a little closer to it, I could just show you the real thing. But
that would be nuts.
yeah, that'd be just too crazy for this live stream. But I heard that Matt and Steph are gonna be on Critical Affection on Monday, so maybe we can look at it then.
Dude, that'd be awesome. That's right. We're going to be on there talking about Back to the Future, which is crazy because, and let me tell you, this is actually pretty wild. We always do homage covers. We do one homage cover per issue. We've done Metalocalypse, Stranger Things, Nightmare Before Christmas, Alice in Wonderland Through the Looking Glass, and then we were trying to figure out which one we wanted to do for this issue, and stuff's like, I'd really like to do Back to the Future. And so we went to the back.
It fits perfectly, right?
Yeah.
We went to the Back to the Future Part 3 movie poster because having the 3 characters on there and the outfit stylings of that poster really worked for our storyline. So that's how we got this. And oddly enough, the day we launched is the day that the guy who did the original poster passed away. We had no clue. We're
like, wow.
Yeah, talking about complete irony.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the original poster.
There it is.
There's the original poster versus ours. And
that looks great. I didn't notice this before because I was scrolling through. When I scrolled, I went too quick. That's the problem when you don't have very much time. And I got so many cool campaigns to look at and just not enough time to look at them. So I end up scrolling through and missing stuff like this.
Is that a bus? Do they travel in a bus?
It's a work van. So he's a clock and watch maker. So he's got like an old school, think about like the old milk vans they had. His van is similar to like one of those milk vans from back in the day, or like an old school police paddy wagon.
Nice.
Cool. It gives it that nostalgic feel too.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see I
love all your homage covers there.
Especially if it's steampunk,
Oh yeah. Commented about the logo earlier. We make sure that even on our homage covers that our logo has been turned into that style logo. So the Heirs of a Cylinder logo has been Stranger Things style, and now it's Back to the Future style. We always want to take it, make sure all the details are taken care of.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did for Noctiluca. We had the Die Hard homage cover, and I totally agree that you got to do the logo in the style of the original poster.
If you're gonna go, you got to do it the whole nine. Yeah.
I was thinking I might have to make that a thing too. We got to do one homage cover for every issue.
Yeah,
we gotta.
We should do I always like Flash Gordon. It's like that big '80s kind of. That would be cool for Power Broker, like a Flash Gordon.
Yeah, we should do that. We should just do that for every single book ever. If nothing else hooks somebody in to get to I cannot tell you how many people, and you probably can concur with this, Matt. How many people backed my book just because of that homage cover, that Die Hard cover?
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely.
I mean, there's so many. Okay, there it is.
There's Sarah's wood cover. That is the second wood cover that she's done for us. We actually did one for Tatsumi, the Serpent Mistress. And you know what? I can probably remember because I put it in the issue. So let's see here.
See if I can embiggen you. There we go. There.
So there is That's the wood one she did for
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Tatsumi. So she did a red version, a black version, and then an all wood version as well. So,
It's
so
great.
they came out really well. We were super stoked with it. So we're like, let's keep on doing it. And so we have our 13 o'clock symbol. That's one of our symbols for Heirs of Isildur. And we thought that that one would look great in the middle of a wood design there. And she crushed it. We were very concerned if the gears were going to come out well because they are so small and intricate. But I mean,
Yeah.
I think it was the very first time you did a test burn. You're like, dude, this is going to work. And we were
Yeah.
pretty pumped about that.
It shows the wacky treatment of time, I guess. It's
Yeah.
a fitting symbol.
Exactly right.
And I know that what I ended up doing for this, and this is laser nerd talk, I guess, but we did 2 passes, and I did we because Jeff and I had a whole thing. We talked about it, and we were like, how can we do this so that it stops? Because what was it doing? It was chopping into some of the detailed parts, and so we decided to do one really light pass and then one heavier pass so that it just was enough to tear off the top coating of paint. And then we did another pass the opposite direction and dug in the details. So it took a little longer, but I think it came out way cooler. And I'm happy to put in the extra time just to make sure. I mean, because I'll be honest with you, like a lot of the time that you spend is just sitting and making sure the laser doesn't catch fire. So like you just watch this. So like that's a lot of the time when you're making stuff on the laser.
It's really precise, you know?
Yeah. Yeah,
It almost reminds me of a Sandman cover. It's like Sandman-esque, which was one of my favorite growing up.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. I mean, and just so we're clear, like, Matt, you're responsible for this art, not me. Like, I didn't make the art. I just cut the cover. I did, I prepped the wood and everything, and, like, we did all that here. Jeffrey helped. Jeffrey does a lot of sitting, and he does a lot of sitting and watching the laser, too, and, whenever there's something that goes wrong, like, I immediately get pissed off and be like, what the hell's happening? And he's just like, now calm down.
Yeah.
Let's look at it. So,
He's the tech guy.
yeah, he keeps my temper in check when it comes to that laser, because sometimes that laser does some stupid shit, and I get irrationally angry at it now, because it's just messed up too many times. I have no more tolerance for it. So, but yeah, he's does a lot of laser babysitting with me, and unfortunately, there's a Taco John's like a block and a half away from where we are always cutting on lasers, so we end up always having Taco John's, and that's a problem too. Because you know that they sell you can get this thing called 6-pack in a pound where they give you a whole giant ass bucket of potato olays. Did you know that?
I don't even know. What is a potato olay?
It's like a tater tot, a flat tater tot. What are those called? Tater crowns, like the little flat discs, and then it's got spices on it that just make it better than a standard tot, because
like
flat.
Lowry's, a little bit of Lowry's.
Something. I don't know. I guess it's Mexican seasoning. Mexican in that Taco John's is Mexican. Like, it's not really.
Yeah,
Mexican,
that's funny. You wouldn't think of potatoes as like a traditional Mexican dish.
Right. Which is why it's good, and like, I don't care for the tacos at Taco John's because they're fucking full of cumin, and I hate cumin. And real Mexican food doesn't have that much cumin, or any cumin at all, for that matter. But
this is tacos in Iowa, I guess.
They fuck it up.
I've never heard of no Taco John's, man.
We have some great, authentic Mexican restaurants run by people who actually know what they're doing. So if I want Mexican food, that's where we're going. If I just want to stuff my face with fried potatoes, Taco John's is fine.
Yeah. I lived in LA for 16 years, so there were quite a few. Even just hole in the walls were fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes the ones that look the grodiest from the outside are the best.
Yeah, it's like low overhead. They put it all into the food.
Yep. Oh. Wow. Okay, we've been chatting for a while, huh?
Yeah. Well, whenever you guys are ready, I mean.
Well, I'm going to put the link to this into the chat here.
Okay.
So, go back
What's this guy's story?
So that's our alien mascot. We I'm a big Alien fan. I'm all about the grays and greens and fantasy football. Almost all my teams are named after freaking aliens.
Okay.
And it's just one of those things that, we wanted to do this paraphernalia. We always do shirts. We always do socks. And we're like, you know what? This is the last Heirs campaign for the story arc. Let's just put this stuff in here because you know what? The story's out of this world. Aliens are out of this world. We're actually in an anthology right now where the story is literally called Out of This World. So like now is the time to just get the alien merch out here because we want to do it, because it makes me happy. And so now we have it.
It's the in-sim alien.
That's right.
Steph, I missed what's all Matt's fault. Which one's all Matt's fault?
The aliens.
Everything? The aliens are Matt's fault?
The aliens are definitely me. But here's the thing, though. He's wearing a top hat and he's got a monocle on, so now he's a steampunk alien. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
works for me. And y'all are the sock people too. Like, there's certain people. Like, if you want plushies, you go to Carissa's campaigns. If you want handmade stuff, you go to Lori Calcaterra. If you want socks, you come to Insim.
That's right. This is the
12th. Yeah,
we did do socks a couple times.
Socks. Yep, 12 different pair of socks. And you know why? You know how you did socks? Because we told
you guys
before our vendor. I was like, dude, they're like, yeah, your socks are great. You want to do some socks? Sure. Here's where you go get them from. But now we can't get them from there anymore because not even just from tariffs, but they made their minimum quantities so outrageous.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be
cheap.
nobody's going to be getting like, hey, we got to get 100 pairs of socks.
Yeah.
That's the minimum quantity went up so much that we're like they basically priced us out just from a quantity perspective, so we had to go to a new vendor. But we're happy with both vendors. So
yeah, and that's like I understand why they do that, but also like even 25 pairs of socks is a lot of socks to unload when you're a small time indie creator. Although maybe not socks with aliens on them.
Well, but the thing is too, if you're not doing a lot of shows, if you're not like doing
Right.
live appearances, if it's just crowdfunding, it becomes tough. So you want to make sure you can be fluid with how many we've had to get, second printings and third printings of some of our socks, the ones that are really popular.
Mm-hmm.
But if we had others that we were just stuck on, I mean, you don't want to be stuck on 90 pairs of a pair of socks that people just aren't vibing on outside of the Kickstarter campaign. So, being able to be fluid and have different varieties, we think is what's been best.
Yeah. And they're always great. I have not historically had the money to buy a pair of your socks, but I was thinking about maybe I need to get some of the merch this time around because I have money now.
I think that sounds great.
Working woman.
And there's some of your leather stuff, right? This is the
So our boys
stuff.
from GB Leatherworks that have done leatherwork items for us, all kinds of fun stuff. We've had leather gauntlets, we've had wearable dragon masks, we've had wearable soul ripper masks, which are one of our bad guys in Keto and Tatsumi. This time around, we wanted to do these masquerade masks because he saw one of our covers. Has our group of characters in some masquerade style masks. The blue one is actually one that one of our characters wears for the majority of the series because she was pulled through a rogue portal and she got an electrical burn on her face. And one of our characters was like, you need to cover that up. They were pretty rude to her about it. And they were like, here, we've got you a mask. You need to cover that up. Nobody wants to see that grossness on your face.
Yeah.
And
do they come from different timelines within Earth, or are these like fantasy worlds that they're coming from?
So that's a good question. So the way that we have portrayed the timeline in Heirs is this. They only know what they know when they are in the same room together. What I mean by that is when they come through a portal, they all believe they're from the planet Earth. They all believe they're from the same planet. But when they start to talk about the different things, like they know that the character Merc, they know that Merc is from the future because she's got access to some technology that, like technology we have right now, would blow people from the 1800s away.
Yeah.
Shiver, the guy who was in the frozen hellscape, basically was from a medieval society. There was a king from a medieval society that came through, but there's things like where they're from in Shadowshaven, a two-headed horse is completely normal. But to Merc, she's from the future, and she's like, "This is crazy. Something must have corrupted your timeline. There's a horse over there with two heads," and they're like, "So what?" And so,
Right.
so
It's
they
almost like
don't.
they have their own. They could, not their own physics, but like tweaks on physics, kind of.
Right.
Right,
And
you
so
know.
the way we've tried to portray it is they don't really know, and they don't have that God knowledge, and they don't really know. There's no way for them to know. So we've kind of focused on we don't know if we're from the past, present, future in the same timeline in a multiverse, whatever it be. All we know is that for some reason fate has pulled us together and put us in this group. Now what are we going to do about it?
Okay. Cool.
And
Cool.
so that's how we try to make it much more as far as their relationship goes, much more condensed. That doesn't mean that there's not big crazy things happening in the atmosphere. There's portals, and there's lightning coming down and portals coming down and changing buildings and changing people's memories. They're changing people's the way they remember about things. So we've tried to make it where the supernatural things are environmental, that they have no control over, but they have to try to figure out how to control, because if they don't, the environmental things are going to basically render them all extinct.
Right. And you cover all this in 5 issues, right? That's a story arc. The
Right.
5
So
issues?
we did an original arc called The Crossroads Conundrum. It was much more illustrated novel. It was written as a prose book that, before it got released, was converted into an illustrated novel. And I say it that way because it really wasn't a comic per se. But that really gets deep into the first part. Is basically more of the relational stuff. How did the people get pulled through a portal, and what's their backstory, and just a little bit of
their awakening to the new world.
That's exactly it. The awakening to the new world, the introduction of the inciting incident, so to speak, and that arc ends with this apocalyptic event. When we start the Perilous Prospects, we start at that apocalyptic event, but we shift the focus completely. So you still have this group, but you see a lot of other people, a lot of other things. So we make
they're
sure
already like a band, basically.
Exactly. So if you pick up the Perilous Prospects #1, the band is together, and the band, in a sense, becomes broken at that point, and you're trying to figure out, who is this band, and why do I care about them? What about these other people over here, and why do I care about them? Is anybody really the good guy or the bad guy? Or do they all just have their own specific intentions, but they're intentions that are incongruent with one another? Because you may have the best of intentions, and somebody else may have the best of intentions, and you may act on those things, but if you're both acting on them at the same time, you're going to come into conflict.
Right. Different motives. Yeah.
Like, you could have a policeman or a constable that's like, anybody that's involved in this, we need to go arrest them and put them in jail, or make them disappear them, kind of thing. Well, if they do that, the people that are trying to fix it are getting disappeared. So that's basically where you get to when you get into the story. But yes, when you get to the end of this arc, we make sure that everything is going to be resolved in whatever way it needs to be resolved. That doesn't mean we're not going to leave open potential spots for if we wanted to continue with another Heirs of Isildur arc. But we definitely did not want, at the end of this one, for there to be anything that people are like, oh, wow, they really didn't answer that one question. I guess I'm going to have to wait. No, that was the Crossroads Conundrum into Perilous Prospects. Perilous Prospects absolutely, positively is going to resolve whatever needs to be resolved, so that way you feel like you've gotten the fullness and the completeness of the story arc.
Right. You're satisfied with the 5.
Right. And
Awesome.
that's why we had to go from 4 to 5, because we're like, this is really going to rush things if we try to combine this, condense this all into one. We're like, we have to allow ourselves a little bit of room to breathe.
So it takes a while to get that resolution.
Yeah, make sure we have our post-lude. This is where everything goes and all that.
Post-lude. You said lewd. You said lewd.
L-U-D-E, not L-E-W-D.
All right, I could sit here and talk about our books. Like, we could nerd out about our own stuff all night long, I think. But we probably shouldn't.
Yeah, it's been fun.
For you. Yeah, so I'm gonna post Heirs of Isildur link in the Power Broker story. So if y'all are watching and you didn't, like, you can go look at I put the link in the comments right now. But you can also go to the Power Broker campaign and go back it there, or go find it there. Go back it there. Go back both of them. And then, yeah, like back Power Broker, because we got cool stuff. And now's your last chance if you want to win this very hat here. It doesn't have.
How many people are entered?
3 people are entered.
3. Okay.
So win the hat. If you want to win the hat, type hashtag Power Broker into the comments, like now. And I'm gonna give you at least a minute because it takes like 30 seconds from it to come from my mouth out to like YouTube and Facebook. So we'll give you a couple more minutes.
Yeah. And then you're gonna spin the wheel.
And then I'm gonna spin the wheel. You betcha. Oh, you betcha. Okay. While I'm waiting and giving you that extra time, I am gonna set it up here because fucking ads, man.
We would say spin the wheel of destiny, but if we did that, then we would owe Matt Campbell some royalties from his Fridays.
Yeah. You know, my last campaign was on there like 3 weeks straight, and it never did win, and I feel like something was rigged there. Although, like, have you ever watched his show and been like, okay, I want him to look at my campaign, but also I don't want him to be too mean about it, because what if it's a bad campaign? You'll hurt my feelings.
Well, he's brutally honest, or what?
Oh, they definitely go through and look at the campaign, look at the way that it's worded. I would say 100% you want to submit Power Broker to that, because they are honest, but they are honest from a constructive criticism coming from the right.
Yeah, they're not dicks about it. No.
Yeah, they want to see people succeed. They want to see people make the changes that need to be made to their campaign for best practice purposes. Some campaigns are going to be different, but there are some campaigns that just, like you can clearly tell in your campaign, what issues are available. You know how many pages it is. You know where the end of this arc is. There are some people that they don't really have that basic of information in their campaign. And they're like, look, if you don't have that, you're hurting your own possibility of people actually wanting to back it. So they do a good job with that. So you definitely want to be on there. And what they do is they do kind of like what Sarah's doing. You might have 10, 12 campaigns. They'll spin the wheel 3 times, and they'll take the 3 campaigns. They'll go and look at those 3 campaigns, and they'll end up backing one of those campaigns, see whatever the winner is from that week's show.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
that's interesting. Yeah.
They can be harsh sometimes, but they are never mean about it. Like they'll give you the brutal, honest truth.
Yeah,
and it's always super constructive. Like I've never seen one of mine get selected as one of the ones, but I watch whenever I do watch. Like I always learn something. Like for one, if we get on there and they select Power Broker, they're gonna ding us for not having a video, because we don't have a video right now, and I'm working on it. I'm doing my best, you guys, but it's I'm slow. That's all I got. I'm slow at this. It'll be fine, but
we have a lot of content though. I mean, obviously there's
that's like what we lack in video, we made up for in like 3 covers and a bunch of sample pages. With a lot of action on them, so they would definitely ding us for not having the video. But then they would be like, "But look at all this other stuff." I feel confident that they would like it for the most part. They would be happy with it. But like I said, I've been applying some of the stuff that I learned from them to my campaigns and to our campaigns. I keep saying mine, like I do this all myself. I don't do this all myself. So, even Matt has not had a hand in Power Broker at all, but he has absolutely helped with the building of this campaign. Even if it's just to listen to me bitch, I appreciate everybody who has even a tangential part in definite article. And
Yep.
he buys wooden covers for me too, which is always fun.
Right, and our backers buy wooden covers too, which is always good. It's a win-win for everybody.
Yes, and this one turned out particularly cool. I am like the bar's high now. Like I'm like, can I repeat this 5 to question mark times? I don't know. Like, what if I fuck up half of them? It's always an adventure. Maybe not fun, but always interesting. Oh.
You're gonna spin this wheel?
Yeah, nobody else is getting in here, so you got like Kyron, Steph, and Brad have a 33% chance of winning. Are you ready?
Whoever wins this thing is going to be good because you know what? They're all deserving. They're all deserving.
Absolutely. Are you ready? 3,
Ready.
2, 1. I like the clicky noise it makes.
Wow.
Oh,
Kyron.
Kyron wins.
Kyron
After he came in here and then gave us shit and then left, he wins. Come on. Oh, Kyron.
Enjoy, Kyron.
Oh.
Keep the sun off your face.
Yeah. And make sure you wear it a lot and then tell everybody where you got it so that they'll come and buy more Power Broker.
It's kind of cool to advertise you're a power broker, you know? Even if people don't know what it is, you know, it's...
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I seriously was considering I'm probably going to get all 3 of those hoodies for myself, of the Power Broker hoodies, because, like, first of all, how do I choose which one? Because they're all really cool looking. Like,
Yeah.
when Todd pitched that whole, let's put the gold original logo on the gray, and I was like, I don't think that's going to look that great, but it does. It looks pretty
yeah.
good. It looks good.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
And you can only have so many dark clothes, too. It's nice to have the lighter stuff.
That is categorically untrue, my friend. I can have all the dark clothes.
I was just gonna say you can have all the dark clothes, and I remembered I'm wearing the tie-dye shirt right now, so I'm like, I'll put it up.
I am not
Right,
like
yeah,
I am
and it
wearing.
pops, all that
I'm
color.
wearing no color at all today. I got a kitty on my shirt. It's a kitty
Nice.
from a video game, I think. But anyway, let's get rid of that. And yeah. Okay, so just a little quick recap. Go back Power Broker. Go back Heirs of Isildur. Go back Starcore, even though Kyron came in and gave us shit and then left. I think Madeline Rosing's
Madeline's
doing
got
something.
Boston Metaphysical Society out there.
Yeah,
There's so
and you
many
can
campaigns.
if you go back that one of her digital bundles is got Granica in it, so you could get Granica to read.
Nice. You know, I actually read that when I lived out in California. It was online. Yeah, I read it. I was really impressed with it. It's very cool.
Which one?
I forgot the name of it.
The Boston
one about
Metaphysical
law
Society?
school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Pretty cool.
oh god, there's so many good ones. I can't remember. I'm sorry if I forgot to say yours. If you're watching,
Tokyo Blade from
Todd Black.
You got Storage Horrors, which is the anthology from Kurt Belcher that we're in.
Yes.
Horrors. Storage Horrors. I'll make sure I say that very clearly.
You said horrors.
Horrors.
Does John Westhoff have something live, or did he just have something live? I can't remember.
I get so confused. John feels like he's got 12 things live at a time at all times. I get so confused. Aaron Robleski's got one live right now.
Yep.
One.
And yep, fucking Travis always has something, right? Like Travis always has something
I
live.
don't think Travis has one live
He
right
might
now.
not.
Like
That would
maybe
be
one
weird.
week of the year he doesn't have one live.
Yeah, there's so many good ones.
I
So
hope we
many.
all overfund, you know?
Yes.
That'd be
Everybody
great.
go back
Absolutely.
all the campaigns.
Yeah.
But first back Power Broker and then back
Yeah.
Heirs of Isildur.
Let's
And
get
by-
Power Broker to where it has a great first day. Get it to where they can all go to bed and feel like that everything exceeded what the day one expectations are. So go back that thing. Come on now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, do it. And sorry you didn't win this, but like maybe, like sorry if you didn't win the hat and you were excited about winning a hat, but look, you should have commented first of all. And secondly, I've got another hat. We can maybe so Monday, Matt and Steph are going to be back on Critical Affection.
Yep.
And you
talking
can-
back
if
to
you're-
the future.
Yeah, wherever you're watching now, you'll be able to watch Critical Affection in the same place. So if you're watching it on my Facebook page or on the YouTube channel, like you can watch it there. But then, yes, we're going to talk about Back to the Future. And then the week after that, we're going to talk about Tron. But then after the week after that, we're going to have Todd on to talk about Ghostbusters and more Power Broker. So maybe I will fish out another hat and we'll give it away for the prize for the trivia. So, you know.
And we got to do more hats in the next campaign, you know? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do hats and hoodies and t-shirts in the next campaign. Because, like,
yeah.
well, if for nothing else, Todd needs to restock.
Right. Yeah. I'm starting to get the, you know, like the deodorant marks. You know, too much deodorant.
It's unavoidable, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
if you don't get deodorant marks, then you're going to get, like, the pit stains. So, like, you can't win. You can't win. All right. Well, hopefully everybody comes and backs all of our things, and hopefully we all go to bed happy tonight. I'm going to sleep hard. I'm tired, but I'm happy that we just, like, we successfully launched another project, and it's not half bad looking, so.
Hell yeah.
I'm happy for that.
Yeah, thanks for being on, guys.
Yeah.
Good time.
Absolutely, man.
Thanks for the chat, Steph and Kyron and Brad. Arnie. Yeah, and everybody who was watching but not commenting, because I saw y'all. We can see you. We see you. But yeah, go back our stuff and like and follow and subscribe to Definite Articles YouTube, because I think I have 2 subscribers now. So just it's at Definite Article Creative. Just go back there and hit subscribe, because I have to have certain number of followers to do stuff, and I've been neglecting the shit out of that. So go do that. All right.